Wiggity wiggity, welcome back guys to Just Nuts. John here, doing another Yu-Gi-Oh! News, sort of news discussion video on Harpies, because a while ago, a couple weeks ago, we got four new Harpie cards, and then today, actually, we got one more revealed to us. And I never really went over the cards that came out a couple weeks ago, and I figured now is a good time to go over those while I'm here. So this is like a news slash update. So let's start with the new card, and then we'll go to back to the other ones. So first things, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization, shout out to them. They're always on top of the news. You already know. And they say this is a Harpie's pot of avarice. Harpie's pot of avarice, which is kind of exciting, sort of not. We'll see in a sec. So it's called Harpie's Feather Roosting. Really like the art on it. Really cool. There. And it says, this card is a hard once per turn. Cool, normal spell card. If it's a pot of avarice, it's going to be a hard once per turn. Target 3 Harpie ladies and or a Harpie lady sister in your graveyard. Return them to the deck, then draw one card. Or, if you controlled a level 5 or higher Harpie monster when you activated this effect, draw 2 cards. After this card is activated, you cannot special summon monsters except for wind monsters for the rest of the turn. The wind thing I'm not too worried about. That's easily, maneuverable. Most of the cards you're going into are wind anyway. The main problem I have with this card, and what seems to be with all of the support, is they force, all these support cards are forcing you to play Harpie's Lady Sister, which, if you don't know, guys, is an absolutely terrible card. It's literally a level 6 monster that says it can't be normal summon, and it can only be special summon with Elegant Egotist. What do you do with that? It's so terrible. Overall, I don't think this card's terrible. I just wish you could draw 2, period. Maybe if you just draw 2 if you just controlled a Harpie monster, period, not just a level 5 or higher. You can still use it with, I guess, with Harpie's Pet Dragon, or if you channel her to get itself to level 7. So there are other ways to use this and get the draw 2 instead of drawing 1. I just don't think this card is that worth if you only draw 1 off of it. I think you need to draw 2 to make this card really, truly worth it. And then if we go back to the other support here, we have another new Harpie card. This was what, September 15th? Oh god, it's been a month. Yeah, it's been a month and 2 days. So these have been out for a while, but I never went over them, so I'll cover them here. So the first one right here is Harpie Perfumer. This card right here, it's level 4 Wind Wing Beast, 1400, 1300, pretty standard. And its second effect is a hard once per turn. First effect says, while on the field or graveyard, this is a Harpie Lady. Second effect says, if this card is normal summoned or special summoned, add 1 spell or trap card that specifically lists the card name Harpie Lady Sisters from your deck to your hand. If you activate this effect while you control a level 5 or higher Harpie monster, add up to 2 of those cards with different names instead. So I don't think this card is that bad. It gets you Elegant Egotist, and Elegant Egotist can special summon a Harpie Lady or a Harpie Lady Sister, so it still is good that you can just normal summon this, get Elegant Egotist, and then get another Harpie on board. I think this is a pretty good card, especially if they get a Link monster. It's unknown whether or not they're gonna get a Link monster. If they do, this card can be a 1-card Link 2, possibly. So that's pretty good there, I feel. After that, the other effect, you have to have like a Harpie Lady Sister or a Channeler with its effect, or I guess that is pretty decent. I guess because you could Channeler, get this out, Channeler becomes level 7, and then this card gets you 2 cards, an Elegant Egotist, something else. So I think this card is actually a pretty good extender. I don't know if you played at 3, but I think this card is definitely playable for sure, getting you Elegant Egotist very easily. Then we have Harpie Oracle, which is this monster right here, 1300, 1400, level 4 Wind Wing Beast, pretty standard for Harpie stuff. Second and third effect are hard once per turns. The first effect says, while on the field or graveyard, it's a Harpie Lady. Second effect says, if you control a level 5 or higher Harpie monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card's a little meh, I feel like. If the first card right here could add her, I feel like she'd be better, because you could just channel her into her, then with her, add her, and then you'd have Channeler at level 7, so you could just special her out. But you cannot do that. So I feel like that's kind of mediocre, because there's no guarantee you're going to be able to get the Dragon out or Harpie Lady Sister. Then if this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can activate this effect. During the end phase of this turn, add one spell or trap card that specifically lists the card name Harpie Lady Sisters from your graveyard to your hand. So I guess that can get you back an Egotist, or I don't know what other spell or trap cards list sisters in it specifically, but this card is a little less good. This one is better. Definitely the Perfumer is way better. Oracle, maybe you play it. It just depends. It just seems iffy because you have to have the level 5 or higher Harpie to get it out of hand easily. But, So I'm guessing even if you get this off the field, you still can do the ad. I hope so. I don't know. We'll find out in the future. And then lastly, we have these two spell and trap cards. One spell, one trap. First one is this continuous spell called Split Mirrors of Seduction. Cool name. Continuous, and both effects are hard once per turns. First effect says when a Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters you control is destroyed by battle, special summon one Harpie with a different original name from your deck. Not very good. It's by battle. That's the only problem. It has to be by battle. Then if this card on the field is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or your Harpie card effect, target one Harpie monster in your graveyard and special summon it. That's a little better because at least with the field spell, you can pop any spell or trap and you can just pop this and get your special summon. So decent. I think it can be a decent extender. The first effect's just so lackluster. If it was by battle or card effect, then we're looking at something. But it's just such a mediocre extender that's like only useful really if you have your field spell. Just okay. And then the last card is the Elegant Harpie Lady. Weird name. It's like all three of the original Harpie Ladies clustered together. Normal trap card, and this is a hard once per turn on both effects. First effect says return one Harpie Lady Sisters you control to the deck. Then you can special summon 3 Harpie Lady monsters with different names, one from your hand, deck, and graveyard. You can have special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except for wind monsters. And 2, if this card on the field is destroyed by your opponent's card or your Harpie card, you can add one Harpie monster from your deck to your hand. Alright, so there's a lot going on in this card. See, the problem with this card is that the only thing that makes this card really worth it is whether or not you run Harpie Lady Sisters. And I feel like most people are going to be trying to run builds without Harpie Lady Sisters, in which case this card is completely useless. Not only that, but it takes a decent amount of setup, getting a Harpie in your hand and graveyard before being able to activate it. Oh, yeah. I just think it's just super mediocre for what it could be. If it was return any Harpie Lady from your deck to your hand, then we're looking at something, but because it's his sister specifically. That's the main problem with like most of all these cards, is that they're like trying to force you into playing Sisters, but Sisters is such a bad card. It's like forcing you to play a vanilla. It's like the reason why Blue Eyes and Red Eyes decks kind of can struggle is because you're forced to play pretty much 3 vanillas, Dark Magician too. You're forced to play 3 vanillas that can just brick you out, and just like this is like forcing you to play your Harpie Lady Sister. I guess this isn't as bad because I think you may be able to get by with just playing one Harpie Lady Sister, because then at that point you just need Elegant Egotist to churn it out, and then this card is usable. And you have multiple ways to get Elegant Egotist, but still, I feel like the one winner here is Harpie Perfumer. The rest are just too locked on Harpie Lady Sister. Card is just so bad, and all these cards are just locking you into it. So overall, I think any support is good, obviously. But I think there's still a Link monster missing here. They definitely need a Link monster to really kind of solidify / give them a route to extend a little more efficiently. But we will see where any kind of support goes in the future. I think I'm going to end this episode off here. Oh, there's my YouTube stuff. Hey guys, if you enjoyed watching this video and going over the Harpie cards with me, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! News / discussion videos, because I'm staying on the grind. I'm keeping up with all pretty much news. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. I want to just drop this in here because it's not like anything crazy, but I feel like we should all be keeping an eye out on it. Is the V-Jump, the January V-Jump promo is revealed, and it's actually a Gadget Link monster. We have no effects for it yet, but it's just a light machine, and it says, His body covered in a platinum frame. It's a link monster that boosts the machine type. So I guess it's just it's a generic machine Link 2. Hopefully it's pretty good, but we'll see. And yeah, I just want to throw that in there before I let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like, subscribe for more. And yeah, I will see you guys later.